Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Peach. You're watching Peach J. Cooper the Model Builder, and we're going to build something, and you can see it in the corner there. It's the Miura, and we've got pack 6 here, stages 43 to 50 in 250, and we're installing pedals, seats, and we're doing a lot on the inside of the car. Yes, I'm still recovering from COVID. And my throat is not helping me, so sorry about that in advance. And let's just go straight to building, because that's the nicest thing to do here anyway. So let's go and change the camera angle. Stage number 43, fitting details in the central console. Okay. We're starting with that ashtray. I don't believe we still have ashtrays in here. There's a little, I don't know if you can see that, a little standing up on that side. That is supposed to go on the inside, but there's no other way to put it because there's a large and a small hole, so that's that one in. Next is the handbrake. It's shocking, but there's only one way to put it in, and we all know how the handbrake is put in. Let me just turn that around a bit. It went in, as you can see right there. So what's next? The passenger handle. So we've got that one in, and that ashtray thing there. There we go. You heard that go in, right there, right there. And remember, that little thing has to go on the passenger side. And the last thing we do in this stage is the gear lever. There it is. But I cannot say this enough. Be very careful with those things that are sticking out. They easily break. Please be careful with that. So we've got whole lot of pedals and a switch, 2 switches, and a very tiny little thing of some sort, which is the cigarette lighter, which will probably go into that one, so I might as well put it in. As you can see, cigarette lighter with at my thumb there is in, so that's something we've done. It's not the way we should do it, but let's see, it's in. Okay, that's in. So we've got it like that. It's a bit of a hassle, but you have to make sure that everything is in the right position, and then you can screw it in properly. And this is most probably the handbrake release. I remember that from the Chevrolet Impala my father had. I can't remember if it was an Impala or not, but it was a large car. Oh, switch is in. That one's working, that one's working, and that's not working. This is going to be one of those things that is hard to reach, but we'll find out if that's true or not. And I think that's one more stage done. That cigarette lighter, we were supposed to put it in now, but if you remember, I was naughty enough to do it earlier because I knew exactly what it was. So in this stage is 45. We've got the seat, or one of the seats, and we've got some J screws to put that in. I've got a seat and a wheel. So we've got 2 seats here. They're pretty bloody hard plastic, but it's got a rubbery feel. Because have a look at that. 2 seats are in. 2 J screws, as you can see, per seat there. So we're going to put that aside because this stage is done. This steering wheel column, we're getting everything out, and if it's properly done, it's all color coded. That's yellow, that's blue, and that's not got a color code at all. There's a very tiny little spring there, so be careful. Okay, we're going to get that one out. And we're putting the black and yellow switch in there. And then we're taking the bluish one with the button to the outside. We put that little spring on this thing. This is going to be fiddly, because we have to work everything like the same way. After a lot of fiddling, guys, I've got it in. And the thing is, we cannot test it because we don't know if we've done it right. But when I push it like there, I do hear a switch. Only the horn switch cannot get to work, but we'll find that out when we put everything together. So we put an H screw in there to keep that all together, and we do that on the other side as well. This has taken me some time. We'll find out if that works, but that is stage 46 done. I think this is a little bit too fiddly for switches to do, but we'll find that out. Is part of the roof, and 2 frames for the car, which we have there, which we'll not be using, but we will be using this little thing. We're turning it around. Your thumbs are gonna go numb, guys, but the switches are in, as you can see right there. And we're going to put that aside, and we're going to the steering column, which we had earlier, and we're going to push this through. Where did I put the steering wheel? Thought I lost it, but it was in the wheel, so I couldn't see it. These are some very fiddly parts, guys. Okay, that's the whole steering system put together. We're going to put that there and see what we do next. Don't know if you can see it. You may. I'll keep it there for a second. Yep. Okay. And we're going to get those two. Sorry, this is 48, as I may have said that. But, and these are 2 window trims that we are going to put in, but we'll see which side. As you can see, that is how it should be, but let's try it on this side again. Wow. Suggestion is a cloth to push that in, to put a cloth over it before you push it in. But there you go, that's in, and that one is in as well. And I think that is all. No, it's not, because we're putting the steering column on that one on the dashboard. So we're putting those wires through. So we've put it through like that, and the wires go on the side here. And then we put a B-type screw right there. As you can see right there, it's in there, moves neatly. Okay, well, the indicators work, the horn doesn't work, but I'm not too unhappy about that. We need to push a lead in somewhere. So we need to push that lead in there, and as I always do, I use my tweezers to push it in properly. There we go. And that's that for this stage. Okay, we've got all these parts for this stage, which is 49. We're adding a lot to the ceiling of the passenger compartment. We've got a light and some other stuff to put on. Let's see which one we start with. My goodness. There's an air vent knob there. This is so small, it's hard to put in. That switch is in as well. Then that thing is in, that you don't see it, but there's a light that can pass through. And this is the light that we put in there. It's a long cable. There you go. Oh, it comes out straight away. Just to keep it in. So we're putting that aside. We're getting the rear view mirror out. Okay. That keeps him by itself already, but we're going to put an L screw on that. And then that mirror is in as well. But we're not doing anything with the rest, but we're going on in stage 50 with this whole thing. And we're putting these little things on. Let's see how they... Okay guys, best way to do this is get one of the ends, get the end in your tweezer and then push it in. That's in as well. So grab it in your tweezer like that and then push it in. And that is what you should have. One of them is in, and this one has a mirror on it, so we need to put that mirror in or on. Make sure you put that vanity mirror on the right side, literally on the right side. This is the passenger side and that's the steering wheel side, the driver's side, sorry. So it needs to be on the passenger side, and it is at this moment. Now we're going to put the whole thing together. We get this out. And all of them are D-type screws. And see the red lines. I'm not wearing my glasses because it's really close up what I'm doing here. So that is what we have. And that wire is neatly and loosely in there. But it's, as you can see, pretty darn long. A door again, and we're starting with the fiddly stuff. We're getting that little thing out, and we're putting it into that position. Can't remember how I did it last time, but I've done it. That one's in. Then we get that one, and we've got that in. Both of them in there. Okay, we're going to make the door opening and closing mechanism. Orientation is key here. Have a look how that orientation is. See, that opening is there, and that's how it's pushed in. So maybe that camera can pick it up better. Then we push that one in and put C screws in. There we go. That's that door done, and that's this stage and this pack done as well. Okay guys, as you can see, these are the parts that we have been working on. So we've been working on the dashboarding, putting that in, putting a light in. We've been working on the central column, putting all those of little things on. We've been working on this. We've put that trim in, that trim in. We put the roof in, and there's a lot of little things that went in there, but it was quite fiddly. Boy oh boy, it was fiddly, but it's a nice build again, and I've got Paca on its way, So I might be building something quite soon myself, but you'll see it a little bit later. But want to say thank you very much for joining me again. Thank you very much for sticking out all the way to the end, and especially you who are still here. Please like, subscribe, and post it, and join me next time on any of my other builds. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.